Hello students, hope you all are healthy. I Anjali Patel once again welcome you all to my class, and this video is for class 7, and today we'll continue our chapter Rise of Kingdoms. And today we have to finish our topics the rulers of South India who ruled in region of South India and the rulers who ruled in region of the Deccan. But before that students, we have to discuss the answers of homework questions that I have given you in our last class. So before discussing our topic, we have to discuss the answers. So let's start with the answer. Okay students, so our first homework question was, why Cholas are also called Imperial Cholas? So the answer is, Cholas are also called Imperial Cholas because they established a powerful empire in South India. Now, the next homework question was, what do you know about Cholas? Hope you get the answer. And the answer is, the Cholas ruled in South India for nearly 4 centuries. Their capital was Tanjore, present day known as Thanjavur. Vijayalaya was the first Chola ruler who ruled the region north of river Kaveri. Now, our third homework question was, how was the position of women declined during the early medieval period? So, the answer is, the position of women declined during this period because Sati Pratha and child marriage were experienced on a large scale. Through the Swayamvar ceremony, the princes could choose their husbands only. Now, our last homework question was, why the intrinsic values of coins declined over time in the early medieval period? So, the answer is, the intrinsic values of coins declined over time because there were many coins in circulations. Now, we'll start with our first topic. Before that, some revision. In our last class, we have discussed that the most powerful kingdoms of South India were the Pallavas, the Pandyas and the Cholas, some of which we already discussed in our last class. So today we'll start with the Cholas. So the Cholas ruled in South India for nearly 4 centuries, and their capital was Tanjore, present day which is known as Tanjore, and Vijayalaya was the first Chola ruler who ruled the region north of Kaveri river. And Cholas are also called Imperial Cholas because they established a powerful empire in South India. Now, the next topic is the Pandyas. Pandyas are one of the 3 powerful kingdoms which ruled in South India. The Pandyas ruled the region around present day Madurai, and Madurai was also the capital of the Pandyas. And it was a famous center of learning. Madurai was a famous center of learning. This kingdom declined in the 14th century. Now, our next topic is the Deccan. We already read about the kingdoms of the north and the kingdoms of the south. Now, we'll read about the kingdoms who ruled over the Deccan region. So, Deccan is the area between the Narmada and the Krishna rivers, and the most powerful dynasty which ruled over the Deccan is known as the Rashtrakutas. The Rashtrakutas in the 8th century rose to the power under Dantidurg. The capital was Malkhed near modern शोलापुर इन महाराष्ट्र में, जिसे हम आज शोलापुर के नाम से जानते हैं, वो उनकी कैपिटल थी, जिसको मालखेड़ के पास, सोलापुर के पास मालखेड़ में, मालखेड़ वॉज देयर कैपिटल. सो The Rashtrakuta kings were great supporters of art, architecture, and literature. Means they were great patrons, they were liking lot and also encouraging arts, architecture, and literature. They also encouraged the growth of regional languages, especially Kannada language. The famous Kailash temple at Ellora and the rock cut caves at Elephanta were carved during the rule of Rashtrakutas. Now, the topic is rock cut caves at Elephanta. So, the Rashtrakutas fought against the Palas and the Gurjar Pratihars in the north, with the Pallavas, Pandyas, and Cholas in the south. And the continuous war, because they fought with the rulers of north also and with the rulers of south also, so the continuous war weakened the Rashtrakutas considerably and were finally overthrown in 10th centuries, because the empire was totally broken and overthrown in 10th centuries. And now the small kingdoms which ruled over the Deccan region. So the first small kingdom was the Yadavas of Devagiri. This kingdom was founded by Billama in 12th century. Rapidly, the Yadavas united themselves in the region between Narmada and Godavari rivers. This kingdom became rich and prosperous due to flourishing trade, because there was trade, and wherever trade takes place, the region became rich and prosperous. The Khalji rulers annexed their territory in 14th century, and then the rule of the Chalukyas of Kalyani came. They were also called later Chalukyas, means Chalukyas of Kalyani was also known as later Chalukyas or the Western Chalukyas. Vikramank was the greatest or most powerful ruler of this dynasty. Vikramank and his successors built many famous temples at Aihole, Badami, and Patadakal. Now, the Kakatiyas of Warangal. This dynasty ruled between the Godavari and the Krishna river in 12th and 13th century. According to Marco Polo, the Kakatiya rulers were followers of Saivism, means they were Shiv Bhakt. The rulers supported Sanskrit and Telugu language. They encouraged Sanskrit and Telugu language. The kingdom was captured by the sultans of Delhi in the early 14th century. 14वीं शताब्दी के शुरुआत में ही दिल्ली के जो सुल्तान्स थे उन्होंने इस किंगडम को कैप्चर कर लिया था. एंड देन द रूल ऑफ होयसलास ऑफ द्वार समुद्र वर इन डेक्कन. They ruled the region covered by present-day Karnataka. The most powerful king of this kingdom was Vishnu Vardhan. Now students, there is a case study of the Cholas, because it was a powerful kingdom and many powerful rulers ruled in this kingdom. So there is a case study which tells us about the brief information, which give brief information about this period. So, the Cholas dynasty emerged as the strongest dynasty in the south during the early medieval period. Some famous Chola kings were Rajaraja I and Rajendra Chola. This dynasty became military, cultural power, and economic under their rule. Means this dynasty was overall very prosperous and rich during the rule of Rajaraja I and Rajendra Chola. So, first Rajaraja I, he was a powerful ruler between 985 to 1016 CE century, CE common era. He defeated the following rulers to expand his empire. Means he defeated Cheras at Tiruvananthapuram, Pandyas at Madurai, Chalukyas in the Deccan. He was famous for constructing beautiful Brihadeshwar temple in Thanjavur. Now, Rajendra Chola, He was the successor of Rajaraja I. He crossed the river means he defeated the rulers around the Ganga region, the ruler of Bengal named Mahipal, and after defeating these rulers, he himself given himself a title of Gangai Kond. What is the meaning of Gangai Kond? The conqueror of the Ganga, means गंगा रीजन को जीत लेने वाला गंगाई कोंड. He was followed by his three sons, one after the other after his long rule. Now, inscriptions of Cholas, which give us very important information about their rule and about their kingdom. So, the inscriptions are provide us important informations like details of land grants, donations, military achievements of the rulers, revenue collections. Their inscriptions are engraved on the stone walls of temples and also on copper plates. For example, inscriptions on walls of Brihadeshwar temple give us very valuable information, very important information. Different achievements of Rajaraja I, land grants given by his mother and sister, functions of village assemblies, crafts, trade guilds and trade. Copper plate was also used that time for writing some important events. Conquest of kings and people. They were strung together on a huge ring with a royal seal attached to it. There is also an image of copper plate inscriptions. So we'll finish till this topic. There is a few topics left which will continue in our next class. So students, today's session is finished here. Hope you understood the topics properly. Now I have given you homework questions. Not only you have to complete your question answers, but you have to complete your exercise that I have given you for homework. So read the chapter properly and find out the answers of questions and exercise also. In our next class, we'll discuss the answers of questions and the exercise like fill in the blanks, tick the correct and true false also. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.